So as we're wrapping up our chat today, thinking about the 3 points that have really helped me, can't help but think about how they can help everybody in this room, even those of us who don't have kids yet, or don't have kids, right? We can look at these 3 points. What was the first point? Be descriptive in your praise, right? Anybody think of a good example of being descriptive in your praise that we do every single Tuesday? Why do we do that?
Makes people happy, it makes them identify with the core value that we want to live, and they know exactly what they did to live out that core value.
Absolutely. It encourages the behavior that we want in others, and it encourages our own behavior. When we all get called out, does it make us want to do that thing more often? Right? Number 2, what was number 2?
Saying no without saying no.
Saying no. Right? We don't always have to say no when the answer is no. And if we tend to get more yeses than nos in the normal day, are we going to have more of a positive approach on how to solve problems? Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Number 3, what was that? Let them solve their own problems, right? This is really useful not just for kids, right? This is how we can relate to our friends and our family and our coworkers and our vendors. And I think our vendors are a great example of this. We ask a lot of our vendors. We ask them a lot to solve their own problems that what you might say typical vendor relationships aren't expected to solve. But look at the positive things that have come from that, right? Our vendors take on more and more ownership in their roles. When they solve those types of problems, then they get the confidence to solve bigger problems. Who here has seen our vendors hire more people on their team? That is a really tough thing to do, right? You only get to that point where you're confident enough to take care, in a sense, of somebody else's financial well-being after you've solved a ton of smaller problems along the way. Have we seen some of our construction vendors start their own companies? Absolutely, right? That is a major step. You don't get to that point where you're going to start your own company until you've solved a ton of other problems. So we see how this can be really helpful for everybody in our working relationships as well as our family relationships. Absolutely. Well, I hope you take some of these thoughts and skills and implement it into your daily lives.